I believe that personal development is not an event. It's not this event. Personal development is a summary of puzzle pieces that at the end of your life, when you look back, you're like, wow, I did that? Good evening in the evening. Please take a look at the person on your left and right and tell them you look so much better than on Instagram. Just do it. Look at them. We are collecting. Yeah, you do look so much better than on Instagram. Albert Einstein once said, everything in life, either in life everything is a wonder or nothing is a wonder. And I decided to see everything that we have as a wonder. It wasn't that easy, as you heard in the introduction. I was kicked out of 5 different schools, 5 different high schools, and my self-esteem was very, very, very low. And there was a point in my life where it was so low that I believed that I could never make it in life. And then I was starting to read books. I went to a seminar in 1999. Some of you weren't even born here in the audience. And I wasn't that brave on sitting in the first 3 rows. I was the one all the way in the back, and the guy who was on stage was called Anthony Robbins. How many of you have heard about that guy? In our industry, in personal development, he's like one of the biggest people on earth. And I was in this room and everybody was jumping up and down, but after going through a German school system, I didn't feel like jumping up and down. I was sitting there and I was looking at everybody and I thought they were crazy. And then he said one sentence. He said that the people surrounding you are a major factor for your success. And then I was starting to investigate. I was thinking, okay, if that is true, maybe there's even a scientific proof of that. And in our brain, there's something that we call mirror neurons. By the way, if you repeat what I say, there's a very high chance that you can really memorize it. So these things are called mirror neurons. How are they called, please, ladies and gentlemen? Mirror neurons. Very good. You are doing amazing. That's absolutely. Look at the person next to you, say, you are amazing. You are amazing. Mirror neurons literally do this. This is how they look like. By the way, if there's any media in the house, they don't look like this for real. This is how I imagine they look like. They're in our brain and they're copying our surrounding. And they have a job, like everybody of you has a job. How many of you have a job? Okay, their job, how many of you do their job correctly? Most of the time. Okay, good. Well, there are not that many. Okay. Well, these guys do their job every day, and it's their job to copy the behavior of people in your surrounding. And some of you might be thinking, well, that's pretty weird. That would mean that I am like my surrounding. I have a little funny proof for you. How many of you have seen that sometimes in the city, once you walk along, you see dogs that look exactly like their owners? How many of you have ever seen that? Okay, wonderful. Let's start with that one. See, this is pretty funny, and some of you are like, is that a real picture? Yes. I mean, she picked the dog because the dog is exactly like her. Thank you for being so enthusiastic by saying that. There are many beautiful pictures where you say, oh, wow, that's really amazing. And then there are some that are getting interesting. And once I went along on my studies, I was like, if that is true, that people are really like their surrounding, that does mean that I have to go away of negativity, of negative people. And let me ask you a question. How many of you know people that are always negative? It doesn't matter the circumstance. Okay, perfect. Well, I know that some people are going through rough times in life, but these people are very dangerous for us because if we spend a lot of time with them, we are becoming like them. And I drew that person just to give you a symbol, and I call them occupants, people occupying a lot of space in our lives. And to give you a practical example, if you go to the bakery in the morning, there are some people, they're buying a donut. You know a donut? Yes or yes? No donut? Okay. They buy the donut, look at the donut, before they bite in the donut, they complain about the hole in the donut. How many of you know people like that? In the summer it's too hot, in the winter it's too cold. What I used to say to them is, if you have your own planet, you can make your own weather. Yeah. As long in the summer it's hot, in the winter it's cold. Well, in my imagination they look a little bit like this. The challenge with these people is that many of them have a tendency of bringing their problem into your life. How many have ever experienced that? See, how many of you honestly have problems in your life? Okay, look around. You are not alone. This is how our life works. You know, the first rhythm of our life is our heartbeat. Once we are in the womb of our mother, there's this little heart starting to pound. And this is the rhythm that always goes up and until your last moment. This is gonna be your life, if you want to or not. One of my biggest mentors, his name is Les Brown. How many of you have heard about that gentleman? Google him, follow him, breathe him. He's amazing. He always says if people really know or knew what they could do, if they wouldn't be afraid, they could just live their full potential. But then something in life happens. They have a problem when they were 8 or 9 or 12 or 15 years old, and then they have this problem in their life. And once they have this problem in their life, they don't want to have it again. That makes a lot of sense. But I know some people, wherever they go, they do this. This is the problem. This is what? The problem. Okay, I know some people, they do this. Are you ready? Okay, watch this. Hello? Hello, my name is Toby. I brought my problem. You want some? You want some? How many of you know people like that? If you spend time with them, I'm really sorry for messing up the stage. If you spend time with them, you will become like them. And this is just a symbol where I would like your focus to go in the right direction. And I do know that some people are going through hell right now. And I also know that some of you went to hell right now. And I also know that it doesn't help to go to a person who goes through hell and to give them a sandwich or to go drinking. But I have an advice for people who have a problem in their life, or if you go through hell right now. And I know how it is to lose a job. I know how it is to not have money. I know how it is to be punished if I don't do what a cult where I grew up in when I was 8 until 15 expected of me to know. I know how that feels. But I also know one thing. Once you go through hell, don't build a tent there. Don't build a holiday inn. Don't go to the bar ordering drinks there. Don't go on the red carpet. Go through hell. And here's one more thing. If you fall down in life and you fall down, at least fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get back up, ladies and gentlemen. And once you got back up in your life, where the rhythm of life will follow you until your last breath. And I was a paramedic when I was 18 years old. I saw people in the ambulance. They're doing their last breath. It's like, and then it's game over. And people tell me they want a normal life. If I'm in the ambulance, I see this line. That's no good. That's normal. That's what people want. Life goes up and down, ladies and gentlemen. And the moment you have your last breath, this is just a belief. This is what I believe. Is that everything that was implanted in your genes, even the rows all the way in the back, up here, every one of you has something special, some greatness in you. And then your last breath, all these unwritten books, all this music, all this art, all these things come out of your body in a materialistic form, and they're all standing around your deathbed. And here's something I really wish that you have done. I hope that you have peace in your family. Because personal development means that success always starts in your close surrounding. It's not collecting items, it's not collecting cars, it's having peace with your mother, it's having peace with your father, it's having peace with your neighbor, because they're standing around on your deathbed. And once all these things look at you, they will say one thing, everything that you could have done, they will yell at you saying, only you could have given birth to me. And now we have to go forever. But this is not the end of the story. There's a little bit more, I believe, that we go somewhere. I don't know where you go. I don't know if you're connected with something, or if you believe in God, Allah, Buddha. I really don't care. But what I do believe is there's something coming towards you. And that could be on a billboard, or it could be a man with a long white beard. I really don't know where you see it. But what I imagine is after our last breath, after we have had this beautiful thing that we call life, moment to moment, you come towards something, a door, a billboard, and there's only one question. Are you ready for that question, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay, that question is, how was heaven for you? Think about that. How was heaven? This is all we have. This is all we have. 1 minute at a time. 1 second at a time. The person next to you, his or her love, that energy in that room. This is all you got. And if this is true, that life is just one moment after the other, then you know what I believe? I believe that personal development is not an event. It's not this event. Personal development is a summary of puzzle pieces that at the end of your life, when you look back, you're like, wow, I did that? See, to give you another similarity, love is also not an event. Falling in love is an event. Love means something completely different. If you wake up in the morning and you see your spouse or your partner laying in the bed with you, you don't look on your mobile, you don't go on Instagram, you just look at that beautiful body laying next to you and you're like, oh my God, you're being thankful. Then you get his or her cup of coffee or tea, whatever they want, before you look on your mobile phone. That's what people remember. And when you're thirsty in the summer, as I am on this stage where it's freaking hot, and you run into your house, you're together with your partner, you're so thirsty that you can't even speak anymore, that your tongue is glued against your jaw here. You give the water first to your partner. This is what she's going to tell her girlfriends. Not the ring, not the event. How many of you believe that makes sense? It's just a summary, a collection of things that we do in life. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there are some people who just stand up. There's someone in this audience here tonight that will stand up taking responsibility for our society. In every country where you live, I don't know if you watch this in Brazil, in Germany, in England, I don't care. Some of you guys will stand up. And you will stand up for something. You will take all your energy together and you will say, enough is enough. I don't know where you stand for, but I know that some people are standing up. Right now, people are standing up. Greta from Sweden stood up for something. She's already attacked by the German system because Germans love to look for mistakes. But we are changing something. There's coming a big wave of change towards us. And some of you women in the audience, there are so many women. Look in this audience, there are so many women that have to stand up. I'm so happy that tonight on this stage, there are so many women. It's your time to stand up, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies. There will be a time in your life where you just say, enough is enough. And also, there are some areas of your life where you should take a closer look at. And I would like to give you a symbol, before my time runs off here, I would like to give you a symbol how change and how life really works. How many of you know people who are not living their full potential? Say aye. Okay, you know some of them. How many of you are honest enough to raise their hand saying, I might not live my full potential? Okay, good, that is very honest. Even here in row 1, you guys look amazing. Okay, if that is true, and if you like to go into your full potential, I would like to tell you a little story on what to look for in your life. In 1952, now it becomes very owlish, that's another keynote. In 1952, yes, it's owlish, I know. I say it again because it took me a long time to memorize that date, that's why you have to hear it again. In 1952, the engine planes were invented as planes that could really carry people. And these planes were flying around Europe and Africa and everywhere in the world, and people were very happy to have invented a plane that doesn't work with a propeller, but with an engine. And these planes were flying around, and then something happened. 3 of the 5 existing planes at that time crashed within a 6-month radius. And all the intelligent people came and investigated what happened to these planes. Why did they fall from the stars? How is that possible? All the engineers were like, it's impossible. Why did it fall down? And the challenge of that plane is pretty easy to describe. These planes had windows that looked like this. because people knew windows just looking like that. In every house, everybody knew it. But if you put this form in this shape, what do you think happens? If there's a lot of pressure coming from the outside. How many of you have pressure in your life coming from the outside? Okay, this is just a symbol, okay? It's not about the plane. Some of you are checked out, or I'm not an engineer, I know. Listen anyway. If you put this shape in this shape, something happens what we call cracks. It's called what, please? Cracks. And this is why the plane went down. Because it had little tiny cracks that then blew up the entire body of the plane. This is why today windows don't look like this, but like this, so it can hold the pressure. For how many of you that at least makes sense? Okay, good. Now listen to me. Just if that's one thing I would love to give to you. Where is the crack in your life? Where is the point in your life that you already know you are going to fall from the stars? For the longest time in my life, it was spirituality. Because I grew up in a cult, I didn't like to believe in anything. But even after studying psychology, I understood that there's a piece in my brain that needs to believe something. Something. I didn't believe, I'm not allowed to say the word. I didn't believe anything. Nothing. I just didn't believe anything. And then I started my journey to become a little bit more believing in something. I just returned a couple of days ago from a monastery in Thailand where I washed feet for Buddhist monks. And I felt great doing that. I felt that they had something that I don't. They have a deep connection. And if you grow in your life, please don't forget your roots. Don't just collect items, because if you do that, it's like drinking salt water. You will become more and more thirsty, and it will never be enough. And I lived with people that didn't have anything, and there was a big difference to many of our societies. What do you think they were? They were very happy. They put their teeth out to dry. Day and night, they were happy. And I would like you to look, where is that crack in your life? Is it financial freedom? Is it your body? Is it your relationship? Is it spirituality? Where is it? When will the plane go down if you don't go in it? And it's not going to be nice, but once you go through it, you feel so released. And at the end, I would like to tell you one story. This summer I went with my wife, with my beautiful wife, Rita, who is my soulmate, my best friend, the better me. She's like, how many of you know people like that? I'm like, in the morning, I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Together with our 2 kids, we flew to Hawaii. And we were on an island called Maui. Very exotic, very beautiful place. And once we were there, we were meeting a friend, very famous in Germany, Laura Seiler. Google her, she's amazing. And, okay, they probably cut that out, but anyway. And we were sitting on the beach, and she told me a story. And maybe we all together can be a little part of that story. She told me that once per year, many starfish, thousands of starfish, are coming towards the shore because they are having their babies there. And all these baby starfish, they are on the shore, then on the beach, and if you don't rescue them, they die because of the sun. And there's a story of this Hawaiian boy, and he's 3 or 5 years old, and there's a tourist coming towards this Hawaiian boy who is collecting the starfish and throwing them back into the ocean, one after the other. And the tourist says to the Hawaiian boy, what are you doing? You cannot make any difference. There's nothing you can do. There are thousands. There are tens of thousands. It doesn't make a difference. And the little boy, and this is why I love children, looked at the tourist, picks up another starfish, puts it in his hand, looks at it, throws it in the ocean, and looks to the tourist saying, it made a very big difference for this one. And I would love you guys to be that throwing child, starfish throwing child, for as many people as you can. It was a pleasure serving you tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stop. Thank you very much. Stop it.
Tobias Beck.